The vibrant energy of the Vancouver Spring Festival was shattered in an instant. What began as a day filled with laughter, music, and the aroma of delicious street food quickly turned into a scene of chaos and terror. On a warm Saturday evening, as families and friends celebrated, a horrifying scene unfolded. The festival, which had drawn people from all over the city, was meant to be a joyous occasion, a time for the community to come together and enjoy the beautiful spring weather. An SUV driven at terrifying speed plowed into the unsuspecting crowd. The vehicle, seemingly out of nowhere, barreled through the festival grounds, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. People who had been dancing and enjoying the festivities just moments before were now running for their lives. This peaceful celebration transformed into a nightmare. The joyous sounds of the festival were replaced by the deafening noise of the crash and the terrified screams of those trying to escape the path of the SUV. The air filled with screams. Panic spread like wildfire as people scrambled to find their loved ones and get to safety. The once orderly festival grounds were now a scene of utter chaos. The smell of burning rubber mixed with the scent of street food, forever scarring the memories of those present. The acrid smoke from the tires and the overturned food stalls created a surreal and horrifying atmosphere. This bustling street, moments ago alive with music and laughter, was now a scene of unimaginable devastation. Emergency services rushed to the scene, their sirens adding to the cacophony of the disaster. Witnesses stood in stunned silence, struggling to comprehend the horror that had just occurred. Faces that had been lit up with joy and excitement were now pale with shock and disbelief. The festive atmosphere, filled with the promise of joy and community, was replaced with the chilling reality of a tragedy that would forever scar the city. The city of Vancouver, known for its vibrant culture and community spirit, was left to mourn and heal from this unexpected and devastating event. The aftermath of the crash was horrific. The scene was a chaotic blend of flashing lights, twisted metal, and the acrid smell of burning rubber. Emergency vehicles crowded the area, their sirens wailing in a discordant symphony of urgency. The once lively festival grounds had been transformed into a nightmarish tableau of destruction and despair. Bodies lay strewn across the asphalt, some still, others writhing in pain. The injured were scattered like rag dolls, their cries for help mingling with the shouts of first responders. Paramedics worked frantically, their faces etched with determination and fear as they tried to stabilize the wounded. Blood stained the pavement, a chilling testament to the force of the impact. The crimson pools reflected the flashing lights, creating a macabre dance of color on the ground. Each drop told a story of pain and suffering, a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Festival goers, many still clutching food and drinks, stumbled amidst the wreckage, their faces etched with shock and disbelief. The joyous atmosphere of moments before had been replaced by a surreal sense of horror. People wandered aimlessly, searching for loved ones, their eyes wide with fear and confusion. First responders arrived to a scene of chaos. Firefighters, police officers, and paramedics moved with practiced urgency, their training kicking in as they navigated the carnage. They set up triage areas, directing the injured to makeshift treatment zones, their voices calm but commanding. The sheer number of casualties overwhelmed even the most seasoned paramedics. They worked tirelessly, their hands moving with precision as they bandaged wounds and administered life-saving treatments. The air was thick with the scent of antiseptic and the sounds of medical equipment beeping urgently. Desperate cries for help pierced the air as they triaged the injured, rushing the most critical to waiting ambulances. The scene was a blur of activity, with stretchers being loaded and unloaded and paramedics shouting instructions to one another. Every second counted, and they knew it. The injured, many with life-altering injuries, were transported to hospitals across the city. Ambulances sped away, their sirens cutting through the night, carrying the wounded to places of hope and healing. Inside the hospitals, medical teams prepared for the influx, ready to continue the battle to save lives. The official death toll stands at 9, a grim number that authorities fear may rise in the coming days. At a press conference, officials spoke somberly, their faces reflecting the weight of the tragedy. The community mourned, coming together in grief and solidarity, determined to support one another through the dark days ahead. Among the victims were families enjoying the festivities, their laughter and joy cruelly cut short. Parents who had brought their children for a night of fun now faced unimaginable loss. The festival, meant to be a celebration, had turned into a scene of heartbreak. Young couples on a date night, their futures bright with promise, were caught in the devastation, their plans and dreams shattered in an instant, leaving behind a trail of sorrow and unanswered questions. And elderly residents soaking in the lively atmosphere, their hearts full of nostalgia and happiness, found themselves in the midst of chaos. The festival had been a chance to relive fond memories, but it ended in a way no one could have foreseen. The alleged driver, identified as 30-year-old Jonathan Miller, was apprehended at the scene by a combination of quick-thinking festival attendees and responding officers. While investigations are still ongoing, preliminary reports suggest that this was not an act of terrorism. Instead, a more tragic narrative is emerging. Miller, a resident of Vancouver, had a documented history of mental health struggles. Neighbors and acquaintances describe him as a recluse, often exhibiting erratic behavior. Records indicate previous interactions with law enforcement and mental health professionals, painting a picture of a troubled individual crying out for help. The city, still reeling from the shock, is struggling to come to terms with the senseless loss of life. Leaders at all levels have expressed their condolences and pledged support to the victims and their families. Vancouver Mayor Lisa Adams, visibly shaken, called it a dark day for Vancouver, her voice cracking with emotion. She praised the bravery of the first responders and the citizens who rushed to help in the immediate aftermath of the crash. Echoing her sentiments, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau expressed his condolences, assuring the nation that the government stood ready to provide all necessary support. Section 5. A Celebration of Heritage. The Vancouver Spring Festival, a beloved annual event, held a special significance for the city's large Filipino community. This festival is not just a celebration, it is a vibrant expression of cultural pride and unity. Every year, the festival brings together people from all walks of life to experience the rich traditions and customs of the Filipino heritage. This year's festival was particularly special, marking the second annual celebration of Lapu-Lapu Day, officially recognized by British Columbia in 2023. The recognition of Lapu-Lapu Day is a significant milestone for the Filipino community, as it honors a pivotal figure in their history and acknowledges their contributions to the multicultural fabric of the region. The day commemorates Datu Lapu-Lapu, a Filipino hero who resisted Spanish colonization in the 16th century. His bravery and leadership are celebrated through various activities and educational displays at the festival, allowing attendees to learn more about his legacy and the historical context of his resistance. The festival was a vibrant tapestry of Filipino culture. From traditional dances and music to colorful parades and performances, every element of the festival was designed to showcase the beauty and diversity of Filipino traditions. The energy and enthusiasm of the performers were contagious, drawing in crowds and creating an atmosphere of joy and celebration. The air was filled with the enticing aromas of traditional cuisine. Food stalls offered a variety of Filipino dishes from savory adobo and lechon to sweet treats like halo-halo and bibingka. The culinary experience was a feast for the senses, providing festival-goers with a taste of authentic Filipino flavors. Colorful stalls lined the streets, showcasing intricate handicrafts and vibrant clothing. Artisans displayed their handmade goods, including woven baskets, embroidered textiles, and traditional jewelry. These stalls not only offered unique items for purchase, but also highlighted the craftsmanship and artistic heritage of the Filipino people. Traditional music and dance performances provided a lively backdrop to the celebrations, bringing together generations of Filipinos and sharing their rich cultural heritage with the wider Vancouver community. The festival served as a bridge between the past and the present, fostering a sense of continuity and connection among attendees. It was a day of pride, joy, and cultural exchange, leaving a lasting impression on all who participated. In the face of tragedy, the city of Vancouver has shown its resilience. The outpouring of support from the community has been overwhelming. Hospitals treating the injured reported long lines of people waiting to donate blood. A makeshift memorial near the site of the incident has become a focal point for grief and solidarity. Flowers, candles, and handwritten messages of condolences cover the sidewalk, a testament to the city's collective heartbreak. Community centers have transformed into spaces of support, offering counseling services and practical assistance to those affected by the tragedy. The tragedy in Vancouver has sent shockwaves throughout the global Filipino community. The Lapu-Lapu Day celebrations, a source of immense pride and unity, have been overshadowed by this horrific event. From Manila to Dubai, Filipino communities around the world are holding vigils, offering prayers and raising funds to support the victims and their families. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the Filipino diaspora and the shared grief that transcends geographical boundaries. As Vancouver mourns, investigators are working tirelessly to piece together the events that led to this tragedy. The Vancouver Police Department's Major Crimes Unit is leading the investigation, meticulously examining the crash site and gathering evidence. Authorities are appealing to the public for any information that might aid the investigation. They are specifically asking for witnesses to come forward, particularly those who may have video footage of the moments leading up to, during, or immediately after the incident. The Vancouver Spring Festival tragedy will forever be etched in the city's memory. The image of the SUV careening into the crowd, the sound of screams, and the sight of the carnage will haunt the survivors and the city for years to come. Yet, amidst the grief and despair, there is a glimmer of hope. The tragedy has revealed the strength and unity of the Vancouver community. The outpouring of support, the acts of kindness, and the shared grief demonstrate the indomitable spirit of a city determined to heal and